Hey, welcome to New Jump City, everybody, where we recap the week in American and Japanese sequential art. I am your host, Christian, the unbiased king, Aspinall. And joining me through Discord, it is the man, the myth, the legend. It is Joshua, Gangsta Time Code.
It's called Partner, but it should be called Gangsta Time.
What up, Chris? What up, everybody listening?
Oh, yeah. Also joining us is the disembodied voice of our producer. It is Edgelord, Big News Brian.
What's up, nerds?
Oh, yeah, the return.
The champ is here!
Oh, so excited to have Brian back on the show. We got a new overlay, everyone. I hope you guys like it. Let me know. Feedback. This is our first overlay, the bones of which were by our esteemed producer, Edgelord Big News Brian. So most of the credit really goes to him. I just recreated his work here. But yeah, let us know if you like the overlay. Any feedback, anything you guys would like to change to make it look a little better for you guys, a little easier for you guys for your eyes, let us know. But in any case, we got a big show. We got the monthly manga out today. We have a bunch of My Hero Academia. Jujutsu Kaisen's back. So without further ado, let's get into plugs. You can find me at the Chris Aspinall on Twitter and Instagram. Joshua Cole, where can they find you?
JD Cole _37. That's on Instagram as well. And you can find me on Twitter at NYChillin. That's with an EN at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Not an ING.
Hell yeah. Brian?
Me at b.esp on both Instagram and Twitter. And if you ever want to catch me when I live stream on Twitch, you can find me at twitch.tv/itspunchline.
Oh, yes. You can follow the show itself at New Jump City on Twitter and Instagram as well. Follow us on Twitter especially because we do a really good chapter of the week poll. The winner for this week is already set in stone. I will announce it later when the series comes up. So if you guys want to cast your vote and let us know what you thought was your favorite series, follow us on Twitter and let us know. The poll goes up usually an hour or two after the chapters come out officially, or maybe a day or two if I forget. But please check us out on Twitter and cast your vote. Email us at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com with any questions, suggestions, anything you guys want us to talk to us about. Get on there. Let us know. Start a correspondence with us. And if you want us to read your email on the show, let us know. So yeah, there's that. Or you can comment on whatever video you're watching, whether it's the full episode or the little highlight episodes that I cut out for you guys. Let us know what you thought about this week's comics in the comments below. And while you're at it, why don't you subscribe? Why not do that? Why not support? Subscribe, like, share. If you enjoy the podcast, let's build a little community here at New Jump City. Also, if you guys prefer audio podcasts, we are on pretty much every audio platform available, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Pandora, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to podcasts, we are on there. So check us out. And I think that's it, right? Without any further ado, spoiler alerts ahead. Let's get the show on the road, fellas. My Hero Academia.
Oh, boy.
This is My Hero Academia, chapter 330, Me and Myself. Last we left off, the heroes of the world have all been talking about converging on Japan to take on the imminent threat known as All for One. And the American hero, Gung Ho, has just ran onto the scene. Star and Stripe is on the fucking scene. America, fuck yeah! But she's on her way. She's got these planes. There's a whole fucking affair. She's standing on top.
Jets.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. She's just ready to go. And who shows up but Shigaraki himself? Just pulls up, looking for the smoke. And she's like, all right, I guess we're doing this. The pilots are so bummed out because they know that they're basically red shirts from Star Trek. They know that a lot of them
know what
probably,
time it is.
Yeah, they're not going to make it. One of them actually acknowledges as loud and clear. If you see his face, he's literally like, oh, all right, loud and clear, Star. Let's hope at least one of us makes a safe landing.
Yeah, so that's why I signed up for life insurance so my family be alright.
Yeah. Star and Stripe just shouts, "I'll make sure your remains make it back to your loved ones." And I'm like, God damn. It's fucking rough out here in America.
Bro.
Why does the American have like these just dead ass just suicide squad?
I'm not ready to die.
No.
That's
I'm
not all of
personally
us.
I mean, I feel like you volunteer
like
for this gig, so I don't know. Well, who knows? But yeah, they're all squatting up because apparently, like, Star and Stripe rolls with a whole crew. She doesn't like fight alone. And Shigaraki is riding on a Nomu, just thinking it was like, it's a strange state I find myself. I can truthfully declare that I am Tomura Shigaraki, but at the same time, there is no doubt that I am also me. I guess like foreshadowing for what's to come. But yeah, the battle gets on. He combines his radio wave quirk with his air cannon quirk plus heavy payload quirk to just Dragon Ball.
Which one is that again?
I don't know.
What's the heavy payload one again?
No.
Brian?
Oh, Brian, do you know what? Okay, well, while Brian looks that up, it looks like it just makes whatever it is extra strong. It's like a
like a multiplier, right?
Right.
Like a booster.
Yeah, and
I think so.
he
Maybe.
just like blasts the whole way away. Everybody just kind of like dodges. Thank God. Most of the planes kind of just like get out.
Yeah,
So
because they would have all been dead.
We don't know what heavy payload does, but we could just assume that it's
it's a
kind of
multiplier.
Like a multiplier sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be nice, right?
I would like to think that like one of the planes is like, whoa, shit. You know.
I'm about to make a U-turn. Peace
Yikes.
out, guys. I quit.
Yeah, I'm a coward.
Going back
Hey,
home.
call me a pussy. I'm going home. Do it all you want. I'll be the pussy that lived.
Yeah, call me the Nancy.
Yeah, I don't
That's
care.
fine.
I don't care.
I'm out.
Peace.
Yeah, I would not have even blamed him.
No, not at all. So you know, Star and Stripe is like, do you know what my deal is? It won't help you. It won't help you fight back because I reign supreme, boy.
Boy.
And it turns out we learn her quirk pretty immediately. Star and Stripe's quirk is New Order. And basically what it is that after touching a target, she can call out the target's name and assign a new rule to it. So she touches the air around her, says the word air, and she inflicts the rule of, as of now, the air doesn't exist 100 meters ahead of me. And then all you see is just this star-shaped vacuum that is formed that basically just rips the air out of wherever Shigaraki is standing. And Shigaraki's like, fuck, what a brutal quirk. I want it. I want
His
it.
eyes look crazy.
Yeah, it's like his eyes are bursting out of his skull, it looks like. It's pretty bad. Because that's what happens. So he says, well, a guy who came all this way to meet me probably wouldn't drop dead that easy. Fire the laser cannons! And all these guys fire their laser cannons, ripping Shigaraki a new one, just like straight in his guts. It's not looking good, but apparently Shigaraki manages to block it using his reflect quirk plus his scatter quirk, which he just like sends it back all of the lasers, and it hits Star and Stripe, but she manages to not only touch it in time, but make a rule in that immediate second, because lasers, I don't know if you guys know this, but lasers are fast. Like speed of light type shit.
That's exactly what it is.
So she basically like manages to not have her hands disintegrated and say her rule, which is the laser is holdable. So now the laser doesn't affect her because she's like basically holding it in her hand. And she sees that Shigaraki starts healing, so she's like, man, fuck this shit. We gotta fucking go for it. No wonder Japan lost to this guy. Yeah.
He's broken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shigaraki notices that the vacuum she created is gone, and she's like, does New Order have some sort of limitation? And at that moment, that's when Star and Stripe just goes straight up to him, and just lays a fucking hit on this dude. Just a real, like... Rocket punch! It's brutal because like you see
she sent him.
Yeah, she's like just
go back.
Go back.
Go back.
Shouts out to Inevitably Dope. I think that's your name, right? He
man.
Yeah, so once she hits him, he says his name, Tomoru Shigaraki, and we hear in her monologue where she explains she can only set up new rules for 2 targets at once. She always has that for herself. Like she always has a rule, like the ability to establish a rule for herself. So there's only one other target that she can basically make rules for at a time under that limitation she set on herself. So she basically gets into her, and this is where I knew, it's like, she's dead, is where we get like her monologue about how she met All Might, how a burglar was on the run once and attacked her in her car, and that's when All Might came in and saved her, and ever since then, she's just been a fanboy. She basically, even, as you can see her hair, she modeled it after him. She'd never forget his 2 tufts. So, to quadruple her dedication to crime fighting, she gave herself 8 tufts. She plays like, he's the symbol of peace after all. Anyway, now that I've touched you and said your name, so now if Tomoru Shigaraki moves at all, his heart will stop. And at that moment, we see Shigaraki look like, fuck. And then we get her little, she fell for it. And it turns out a bit of a loophole is formed. So it turns out this entire time, Shigaraki is in an inner battle with All For One, just like fighting him off from completely taking over his body. So technically, All For One is in control because he has about 98%. He's absorbed 98% of Shigaraki at this point. So, he's basically all for one, actually. So when she said Tomoru Shigaraki's name, the rule that she created doesn't apply to him. So he just, like, starts moving, and she's shocked. He's like, what? It did not work? Is he not Tomoru Shigaraki? And All For One is like, not in favor, are you? Well, I sure am. And I'm like, all right. You don't like that? I love it. I love this shit. So
your hatred delivers us to our glorious future. Wow.
Yeah.
And then he goes Super Saiyan 3?
Yeah, his hair extends as he's just like, ah. And we get a little inner monologue going, it began in that house with a grain of hate that grew and built upon itself. And then all you see is just this tiny, like, explosion looking thing or implosion. It looks like hockey almost. It actually looks like kind of Conqueror's hockey, which would make him unstoppable.
So Super Saiyan 3 plus Conqueror's hockey.
Yeah, unbeatable. Can't be.
And emo.
Oh my god, the emo really seals it.
Because, at least he had a house, right?
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Mm.
Some people grew up in shelters.
Yeah.
In foster homes.
Yeah, he destroyed his own house. So.
Yeah, he did. He sure did.
Yeah. But that's where the chapter ends. Man, what a fucking annoying loophole. I mean, I get it, and I'm like, when I read that, I was like, damn.
I was like, wow, the technicality.
Yo, that's
hold this out.
That sucks.
You should have knew.
Because Star and Stripe was intentionally like just a supremely broken character. You know what she reminds me of?
Oh my God.
She reminds me of that guy from Bleach with the paintbrush, the one who thought he had Yulbach. He was like so raffle stomping, trolling the entire time. Like, oh, now all you have is an R because I took away the M in the word R. So you don't have an arm anymore. You have an R, and I'm the man.
It's an R. He just wasn't. Whatever it wasn't an arm anymore.
Yeah.
So it was gone. Yeah, and he lost still.
Yeah.
Because he said, oh, actually, it doesn't work on me.
Oh, guess what? Because by XYZ, who cares?
That's exactly what happened.
But yeah.
Nah, but Shigaraki just violated her.
Yeah.
Is she gone already, man?
I mean, I guess she'd have to be at this point.
Brian, is she gone?
Brian, you have a lot of thoughts. You missed a couple weeks.
Yeah, let me hear your thoughts, Brian.
You sure you want me to go first?
Go for it, Brian.
Go first.
We were talking.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, look. I did not like this chapter.
Whoa. Hold up.
I didn't
Wow.
like it mainly because it just felt weird to me, you know? It was just like a really weird chapter. Like, I don't give a fuck about Stars and Stripes. And her quirk is really oddly it's like oddly placed, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't fit in the world at her age, you know what I mean? Like if you think about it, like quirk singularity is a thing because it's like quirks are getting stronger by age, right? By like younger ages, newer generations. Like this quirk is really
Not
fucking
really.
advanced.
In that defense, I'll say in defense of that point, I think like, you know, there are obviously exceptions to the rule. That is true that like quirks are evolving, becoming more powerful over time and evolution. But you know, I see that there are just exceptions. Like, you know, Endeavor is the second strongest person because he has like the most intense fire quirk. You know, like there are people who have very strong quirks, and also we don't know how long quirks have really been in existence. So if Star and Stripe is from like say like the generation directly after All Might, then it makes sense for her power to be like really strong to a degree. It doesn't mean that everybody in that era was strong. There's probably like rare cases where people are born with absurdly strong quirks. But I see what you're saying though.
Personally, I interpret it as that it's just the more interbreeding between people with quirks, the more people it's going to be born. Like the population is going to boom. There's going to be more and more people with quirks, and all that means is that that's more and more like an increased opportunity of a disastrous quirk, a singularity level as quirk, you know, coming to life.
Yeah.
Simply because of the sheer amount of, you know, quirk people.
Yeah.
Like there's no limit to it. I think that's how I interpret it. It's the same way evolution works.
Yeah.
Where it's not guided, it's not leading towards certain things. It's random, and if it's random mutation, and if it happens to thrive, it thrives and thrives well and reproduces, and then further evolves, etc. Mm-hmm. So I think either way, I feel like all of our interpretations kind of lead to the same conclusion. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, eventually someone's going to come around with a quirk that's going to end the entire universe.
Yeah. But she just seemed like, I don't know, I guess she is the top, like, the top number one in America, so it makes sense for her to have such a powerful quirk. It's just really disappointing for it to be introduced just to be kind of, like, thrown in our faces, basically, later on, you know what I mean? It just...
Yeah, I mean, the whole purpose of this is to like continue to buff up All for One. So
that's very unfortunate.
She's almost not a character. Kind of.
That's true. I agree with that. I think like
she's like just a quirk to add to a list.
Yes, that's ostensibly what it is. It's just like an opportunity. Like I think this chapter wanted to accomplish a couple things. It wanted to like raise the stakes in terms of how powerful All for One and Shigaraki can be. But while also just like explaining that All for One's pretty much got a complete vice grip on Shigaraki's body, and it's only a matter of time before like Shigaraki is no more. And I don't know if that's gonna happen really. I think there's just always gonna be a vestige of Shigaraki within All for One, even if he completely takes him over. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with that. I would have liked it if Star and Stripe got a little bit more, and we got to like her a little bit more, because I think she's like
just comes off as an asshole this chapter.
Yeah,
like
she's cool, but I'm not like you know, whatever.
Like I just would like it. It's cool that we get to see like a hero in another country, but it's kind of taken away from us in a way. Like it's like that moment where you're like, oh shit, get to see a hero from another country, just for him to come off as an asshole and to just get bodied like instantaneously within like 2 chapters.
Yeah,
like I doubt, like, you know, Horikoshi usually is all about like subverting expectations. He'll be like, oh, she's dead, right? And then all of a sudden next chapter she'll probably have some like counterplay to it, because Because she's the #1 hero in America, you know? Like, we can't just write her off right away just because, you know, it looks like things are bad. She could have a counterplay to this.
I agree with that, but I think, like, she was, like, taken out on a technicality, and that's why I feel like her doom's kind of assured, is that, like, Shigaraki cheated. Like, All for One cheated ostensibly. Like,
yeah.
He would have gotten his shit
kind
pushing,
of,
but it was just, like, on the technicality that he technically was not Shigaraki at the time that she put her rule on him. And she wouldn't, I don't know if she would know All for One's real name anyway. So it'll be, like, tough for her to win this one unless...
I mean, they said they're basically a new person. What? What?
She's basically just a living Death Note, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If she wanted to be, like...
I said, like, law, but needing to know names.
Yeah, I would say she...
Instead of there being a room limit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's obvious limitations. She could only make... She's always got a rule on herself. So she only can do it to one target at a time. So it's not necessarily even on Law's level. Law can, like, manipulate multiple people at once, so long they're in the same zone. But she's got to, like, know one person. She's got to have one target at any given point. But yeah, I don't know.
And touch them. Yeah, it's a little different from his. But it's still one of those.
It's similar.
You know.
It's similar where it's like a manipulation thing where you change the rule of it.
You know what I will say? I would say I don't dislike the chapter. I just got left underwhelmed.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, all right. I guess this had to happen. I knew it was going to happen. I just wished. See, this is like a microcosm of what me and Josh have been saying about My Hero Academia. It's like I wish...
said anything about that yet. I'm glad this is naturally coming.
It's like I wish that we had that little extra moment with Star
this brand new awesome character.
Yeah, she was cool.
That's supposed to be someone's All for One's protege.
It's like I said during the recap. Is like I knew the second she started talking about her relationship with All Might, I'm like, she's done. This is
we getting this already?
Ooh, she's done. So we're not getting shit. And she's got him on the ropes, and she's like bragging her story. Oh, she's done. She's done. So
this was like a classic anime moment.
Yeah, which it's not the worst thing. I'm not like mad at it, and I don't
not
think
the worst thing.
It wasn't,
and
like
it might not even be the case. Maybe Shigaraki does his explosion, and Hawks came in and was like, "I saved her with the feathers." He said,
"That would be cool."
Well, it was close, right?
I just hope that this doesn't happen to every other foreign hero that comes up. They just like show up just to be cocky and body,
If they show the other foreign heroes,
I'll say this: like, because if Star and Stripe dies here, I think like the other heroes will be like, "Fuck that."
Dub, we got our own problems now.
No
America's
way.
about to turn upside down.
And this universe doesn't have Batman, so what is America gonna do now?
Nothing.
But
not even the Flash.
Not a single fucking thing. But I don't know. I thought this was kind of underwhelming. I wish there was just like an extra chapter. I wish he had just touched down on Japan. I don't mind what happened here. I think it's like kind of cool. I think it makes sense. It's nothing like offensively bad or anything. I was just like, damn. It was a
fun chapter until the very end.
Yeah, when I read it, I was like,
whoa, what?
It was transparent in what was going to happen and what was the purpose of Star and Stripe. If she is dead, if she's not dead, then...
Yeah, Horikoshi could just be pulling a fast one on us like he usually does. He'll be like, oh, you think she's dead, but she's not.
I think it'd be cool.
But the reason you brought it up, Brian, because you don't have a lot of faith that may be the case. And you know why you don't have a lot of faith?
This could be a moment where Horikoshi, like, just because she's not an established character, that this could be an instance where he literally just mops her up and moves on, you know?
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. That doesn't mean the series is bad. But,
I'll say this too.
Microcosm, as you said. Nice selection of words.
Here's what if it doesn't happen, if she isn't dead, there is a chance, I believe, that she'll just show up on Japan anyways. Just quirkless as like an American mirror of All Might, basically.
That's possible. Honestly, I would like it if Hawks came in and saved her. Like this was just like a moment in her character.
Oh yeah, Endeavor's on his way, isn't he?
Endeavor's fine,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I completely forgot about that.
I think it's entirely possible that she lives. But this is on the presumption that she is dead or that she like gets quirkless and then is killed. I don't know. But if she's not dead, then you know what? That's like pretty cool. Story continues. It's another chance at a cool character. Some development for a new character. I'm into it. And I think Star and Stripes design's cool. I like that she's like heavily inked like All Might. All that stuff like that style gets to stay preserved within this series in a way.
Yeah.
That it lives.
Yes. Oh yeah. What's that?
On.
Like the American comic hero. Like.
Yeah. Like obviously, All Might himself was always so stylized, and just like it's funny. I was actually reading. I love having like manga volumes because inside the writer will just like write shit like behind the scenes type of stuff. It's like this. All Might takes a pencil and a half to draw. So
yeah, I doubt he wants to introduce another character that he has to waste pencils on.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, so I'm gonna kill her.
Yeah, fun while she lasted.
After I finish these pencils off.
I just wish her quirk was different, in my opinion.
I
don't know. I just wish that she had a more like, you know, like down to earth kind of quirk.
I'll say
like
this.
some farmer shit. You know?
I enjoy
some hickory dickory American quirk.
I like her quirk, and I like that, you know, it's very, very powerful, but it's also at the same time got a balance to it, where she only technically does it on one person, and if she really wanted to, she can do it on two things. But you know, she always has it on herself, so she can make herself super strong and super fast.
It's very balanced. That's why I want to see more of her.
Yeah,
I feel like her being around would be kind of cool. Maybe as a mentor to one of the kids or something. I don't know. Might be nice. Probably not.
Who knows? I think My Hero is actually on break next week, which is a shame. Yeah, it is on break this week.
Because that's going to be because the next week is the kids training. We're just not going to see it. In his mind, though, it's happening.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters.
Agreed. But
all right, I'll stop. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, in any case, I think that's it for MHA on my end. Let us know what you guys thought about Star Stripe and all that stuff in the comments below, or email us, whatever you guys want to do. I guess we should move on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then let's go. Jujutsu Kaisen. It's back, everyone, after a week's absence. Last we left off, Itadori and Megumi have entered the Culling Game, one of the Tokyo territories. This is Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 162, Tokyo #1 Colony Part 2.
Itadori learned a new skill last chapter, and he's utilizing it again.
Which one was it?
Object toss.
Oh, just straight tossing a rock at somebody.
Yes. Imbue it with curse energy and throw it at somebody.
I genuinely love Itadori's style. You know, he's just like it's just so, you know, like
rugged,
regular. Like he's just like
raw.
Yeah, he's just raw. You're just like, oh, I'll just throw this rock at you, but like sidearm Patrick Mahomes style at you, just like, Kwah!
Like put it in the right spot.
Yeah.
And he just comes and he just makes contact with you and fucks you up.
Yeah.
Something fierce.
Yeah.
Even Mahito. Or Shigaraki, whatever you want to call it. Same thing.
They look the same, exactly.
They look exactly the same. Not anymore, though.
No, Mahito's dead.
I miss Shigaraki. I miss hands in the face.
Yeah, he's grown past it.
I hated it at first, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we're done with My Hero.
Anyway, okay.
Back to Itadori beating the shit out of this helicopter head guy.
Yeah. Last we left off, Itadori has been facing off against these people who turn their hair into aerodynamic vehicles. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a word for it that I'm fucking up right now, but he faced off against a lady with jet turbine hair, and now he's going out fighting with helicopter hair man. The chapter opens
What would be next? Hot air balloon head?
Hot air balloon.
What else?
Hot air balloon afro? Would that be it?
Ooh, that would be sick.
That would be pretty cool.
How else can you fly in the sky?
Maybe like one of them boat planes.
One of the bayou joints.
Yeah, like something you find in NOLA. You know,
Pull up to the swamp.
Excuse me, I got swamp plane hair, so you're gonna have to. We're cruising with my cursed technique.
Right, like two buoyant legs.
Yeah, but anyway,
I can't wait to see what.
I wish that.
Next.
I hope there are more air vehicle hair people. I wish I knew the word. I don't know why I'm blanking on it.
There's got to be a better term.
There is. I'm just dumb, Josh. I'm so dumb. But anyway,
I'm not much better, man. So don't worry about it.
This chapter starts out with Itadori, like we said, side-arming a rock directly at Helicopter Headman. Helicopter Headman just tilts his head forward and chops the hair with his like chopper hair. And Itadori just like straight jumps. He's like free run jumps, grabs this man by the legs and drags his face, is like the back of the head down a building. What a fucking beast.
While I was just staring at him the whole time.
Yeah, he's not even affected.
How you like that?
His face is just like, how are you liking this right now? Can you believe what's happening to you right now? It's so fucking great.
How's that?
Yeah. I'm a little confused at, like, the movement here, because all of a sudden, are they on a balcony? I think it is. Okay, yeah. So like,
I think they land out a balcony real quick,
he
and
drags him.
he doesn't get a chance to recover.
Yeah, because Helicopter Man just like zooms his hair down. Itadori has to do a full like split. In order to save himself.
Hey!
Kya! Like a death drop almost. And then he has to like he leaps.
Nick Cage.
He leaps from building to building to get away from this guy. And he jumps into a building, you know, just to get out of open air. And Itadori says, in that case, I'll lure him indoors. And Helicopter Man is like, does he think this will negate my propeller? It's so funny. This is like the weirdest thing Jujutsu Kaisen has ever done. Is just have his dead ass fight with Bobobo over here.
Yeah. Right.
He says my propeller, and he stops his propeller, like just straight like dives, like you're on a water slide, like crossed arms, like whoo. And he says my propeller, and he stops right at the window. Coordinates directly in front of the window where Itadori is, reignites his propellers, and says that his propeller can cut through steel rods, as he creates basically this like incoming chopping thing just all along the walls of this building.
In Resident Evil style. Well, not really, but
yeah,
it's deadly.
It's not great.
He says I'm going to turn you into a smoothie. I'm sure you guys could put two and two together and let your imagery work for you.
Okay, so Itadori's like, he's coming this way and head first. Almost like, fucking, what a present. He's like that airplane woman earlier was tough to drive me through a building, but a simple projectile knocked her down. I bet their hair is the key to their cursed technique, so they're more vulnerable the further away they are, the further away from that part of their body. I guess, like, you can't be that far from your hair, can you? I don't get it. But, yeah, he says, anyway, the top of the head remains a vital spot, so if I can hit him there, I'll bust him open. Itadori gets into his stance, and he just, like, does, like, a cool, like, judo punch directly onto the skull of Propeller Man. You see like blood just bursting out of his nose like a fucking juiced fruit, and that's it. Itadori just fucking knocks him the fuck out. Itadori's like, oh, he pulls back for a second. You see blood on his fist. He's like, "Bwahaha, did your fist break? Looks like you're the loser of this fight." As I'm sure he's like got 20 concussions merged into one. He's not having
he got enough concussions for an NFL career.
Dude, he's got CTE times 12. It's not good. And Itadori just straight kicks him a full force kick in the guts and takes him out of the fight for good. And his fist is not broken. He's like, "No, it's not broken." He's just like, "It just hurts a little, because I did just hit you on the crown of your head." He's knocked him out, but he's still like, "Ah, shit." I needed to ask him about Higurama. And at that point, that's when this young man that we've seen hanging around these dudes before pulls up and he says, "Hey, Itadori, do you remember me? Long time no see." He's like, "No." And I guess me too. I was like, "No, I don't remember you, sir." And it turns out we're not supposed to. He's somebody from way back in Itadori's past. He's like someone from his like junior high school days. And Itadori's like, "Oh, you're from back home." And that's when we cut over to Megumi and Remy, I think her name is. And she's just like annoying him, just like being like overzealous, kind of bratty. And she's explaining that he asked her what her reason is for fighting. And she says, "Well, non-sorcerers who are non-players got to leave the colony, but for players in the colony from the start, this is the 12th game playing. So, I can't leave because I'm a participant and I can't really leave until I can't stop playing the game or else I'll be killed." So, it's not great. So he's just like, "Apparently past sorcerers have inspired today's sorcerers to go into battle mode. This means I've misled Itadori." I guess it's like he told Itadori, like, these new boys ain't shit. Just focus on the ancient ones. They're pretty bad. So basically they both ask like where Higurama is. The kid introduces himself as a Mai who's with Itadori. And they both give conflicting answers. Remy says that Higurama is in Shinjuku, and Amai says that Higurama is in Ikebukuro.
Ikebukuro.
Yeah. Which I kind of remember from this other anime called Durarara, where it takes place pretty much entirely in Ikebukuro. It's pretty cool.
Cool place?
Yeah, cool place.
Okay.
So, yeah. They both wondered to themselves, "Shinjuku. I hope Itadori is on his way there too." And Itadori says, "Ikebukuro. Is Fushiguro there too?" And at that point, that's when we cut to the end where we see a bunch of receipts like held down by coins, I guess. And there are a bunch of receipts just hanging on clotheslines. And one singular man in boxers with a tattoo on his arm that says "Indomitable," saying, "When is that kid gonna bring me the next sucker?" And that's where the chapter ends. All right, this is a cool chapter.
I have no idea what to assume about this guy.
Neither do I.
Because the last time I tried to, we cracked jokes and said all of that, she was on a completely different level.
Yeah, you never know with Jujutsu Kaisen characters because they can just be like immediately nasty out of nowhere. But yeah, I thought this chapter was cool. I do, like I said, I do love it when Itadori fights because he's just like so scrappy and interesting as a fighter. Like, it's just entertaining to watch. Very much like Luffy, like a modern day Luffy, I guess. But he's just so nasty with it. He just like dragged this man down a fucking building. It was pretty great. But yeah, I don't know. This is an interesting pace. I honestly don't have much to say. The action scene was fun as shit, but otherwise, there's like a little bit of an intrigue going on here. I don't know what the fuck is up with these two. I don't know if they're working for him. That's the thing I'm trying to understand. Like, which one of them works for this guy?
Yeah. I'm thinking it's the kid. The guy.
Yeah, maybe Amai works for him because, I don't know, it just makes sense, I guess, for some reason. But yeah, this lady seems to have a scorpion hair. I wonder if her things is like poison or something.
Yeah, I was looking at her hair and I was thinking, I wonder what type of like vehicle that would be. And I realized maybe she's not, with that clan in the first place.
Maybe it's like a hook, like a pickup truck hook. And she can just like put it on a thing. But yeah, I guess that's all we have to say. Pretty cool. Yeah, this is a cool chapter. The action was fun as hell. Very, very into it. I guess we should move on to our next series. Black Clover. This is Black Clover chapter 309, Blink. Last we left off with Black Clover, Finral and Langris tried to do something, but they got fucked. It's not great. Finral is currently like impaled. And
Shish Kebab.
Yeah, it's not great. And
baddest Shish Kebab.
What is it? Baddest?
Status Shish Kebab.
Status Shish Kebab. Yeah. But at the same time, has seemed to have gained a second grimoire, which I don't think has happened ever. So that's pretty cool. He's and Zeno's like, what the fuck is this? What, 2 grimoires? What in the? And then all you see is just these 2 beams of light sniper shotting his eyeball and some of his wing, and it cuts off the little shish kebab that Finral's attached to. Unless it's not Finral.
Skewer.
Yeah, the skewer.
Langris.
One
of the bros.
Yeah, one of the space bros. And Zeno's just like, what? And he sees just this like weird pronged thingy. It looks like a star. And we get an explanation that Spade Kingdom's royal family has unique magic that has been passed down through generations. Apparently, Yuno's father had sun magic, and his mom had moon magic. So, talk about OP.
That reminds me of that show with the fairies.
Fairly Odd Parents?
Nope. Pixie.
Oh, the Winx Club.
Winx Club. Yeah. One of the girls, like, they had the power of the sun and the moon or something like that.
Ooh.
It was kind of a big deal.
Yeah. At that point, I was just like, well, how did you lose? You guys had both like 2 really strong powers. You guys lost? I forgot how.
Well, I don't. Who knows? Maybe it's not all that.
Yeah, maybe it's not all that to have.
Maybe they're not that nice. You feel me?
Yeah. But apparently, both of them together, sun plus moon equals star magic, which is cool.
Sure.
It's cool. I think it's cool.
No, I like it. I mean, I don't think it's supposed to make sense that much.
No. Well, the sun is a star.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, the sun's a star. It makes sense. I thought it was pretty cool. Is now
it's like sun magic should already be star magic, or whatever. It's okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, it's the power of one sun in particular. You only get control of this one star, I mean.
Oh.
But you have all the control of all. Can he control the sun technically then? Does he technically kind of have sun magic? Interesting to think of. Unless we're wrong.
Well, he still has wind magic, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's got wind magic and star magic. And Zeno looks at him like, a son of the royals. And the little pixie fairy thing comes out. He's like, I finally feel like I've met the real you. And he's like, yeah, but I can't beat him with star magic alone. So give me my crown form thing. And he turns into his cool crown form. Finral and Langris get up. Langris is looking all like 12 different types of fucked up. He's just like, he's like, seriously, what are you? And
his life is in peril.
Yeah, he is not doing great, but he still is like trying to play it off cool. And he goes like, seriously, what are you? And he looks back and says, the vice captain of the Golden Dawn. So, Zeno unleashes a bunch of fucking like bone skewers at them again. And I guess Yuno is able to make a screen out of like his star things. It's just star magic.
He puts up
Quartel.
a star magic wall, and it's just enough to stop the
Yeah, I'll take
the
it.
barrage of
It's the bone skewers.
weirdo skewers. Yeah, the bone skewers.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened, and he has like a subspace thing around him, unless like that's what he did, right? Because I think Zeno says like you have no way to escape my subspace. So did he like put him in his subspace? But whatever. I guess like he trapped him for a second, but then Yuno uses his star magic conjunction to I guess like break it. Oh, he
teleported
he can teleport
himself.
between stars.
That was pretty lit.
That is pretty
Yeah.
fucking cool. He teleports between stars, and then he makes like he does that like Super Smash Brothers boss move, where like a bunch of things form around, and then just like a beam comes out of it.
Beams. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and it just like rips.
Puts a hole through his body.
Yeah, Zeno's like, whoa. And he's like, I want to crush you. So he just goes crazy with the bones, just scattering them everywhere as they both get closer to each other with their respective magic swords. And it ends on a 2-page spread with both of them clashing, saying, I'm the one who will win. Pretty dope chapter. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed this quite a bit. This is the audience's really good chapter of the week poll.
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified RGC.
Yeah, I thought this was cool. I think Yuno's power is cool.
This is a really good chapter.
Yeah.
I think so.
I would say so myself as well. Is it mine? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'll give it mine.
Well, if it's not, it only leaves one other.
Yeah, I feel like this is it for me.
Certified RGC.
It's just cool. Just overall a cool power, and very cool like character development continuing for Yuno. Very into it. I don't have much else to say about it. Do you?
Nah, man, I was just excited.
Hell yeah. Can't wait for the next week. It's
Looking
not
forward
on
to more.
break, unlike some other series. My
Yeah.
hero. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about Black Clover. I guess we could move onward. Batman. We're starting off with our American comics. We only have 2 this week. Starting with Batman number 115. This is the continuing Fear State little finale run that James Tynion is going on for his run. Last we left off, Simon Saint just got his boy killed. So, he is just like having not a great time over it. He's really just like losing his mind.
He's having a meltdown.
Yeah, he's like, get me his body. Maybe I can save his brain. I could put his brain into a thing and make his brain.
Some crazier things have happened.
There is
Right?
actually a person like that in the DC universe. There's the thing in the brain that hangs out with the gorilla that Evil Con Carne is based off of, I think. But yeah, he's like, please let me Evil Con Carne, my boy. And they get a call from the mayor's office, and he's just like, not now, I'm mourning my boy, my assistant.
Dub the mayor.
He said, fuck you,
I'll
mayor.
call you later.
Yeah, it's really funny.
They can't end on a mayor. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's like, Ricardo, what have I done to you? And I'm like, yeah, this is your genuine fault. This was all you. I don't know why you thought this was a good idea. So one guy just pulls up to him and is like, Mr. Saint, sir, you should know that I did some digging, and apparently Poison Ivy has created an underground society of plants, and she has the potential to just basically destroy the entire city tomorrow if she wanted to. And Simon loses his mind. He says, Gotham City is insane. It is filled with dangerous criminals, and they should all be destroyed. And I'm like, I mean, you new here, bro? That's how you know.
He obviously is.
You're brand new. You don't even know. You thought it was going to be sweet over here. Batman's broke. You think this is going to be nice? Batman's broke right now. He has no access to like his millions to make new gadgets to hold people off. It's not a good time for Gotham right now. So basically he goes in and he like demands everyone to gather around because he has a new target for them, and we can guess what that is based on the context. Meanwhile, Miracle Molly is like hurt. Oh yeah, she got shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got shot, so she's like, I guess, trying to survive through that. And Poison Ivy pulls up, is like, oh, I can heal her. I could have healed her this entire time. Yeah,
I'm going to decide to do it now.
Yeah. And Master Wise basically gives us his origin story. Apparently, he was the Dormouse once, which is the faithful sidekick of the Mad Hatter. All right.
Good to know.
It's a lateral move, I guess.
Right.
I guess it's fine. Cool. The Dormouse. What a shock. You were the sidekick of a C-list villain? Sick.
Yeah. C-list lunatic as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's basically talking with Poison Ivy is just like, yo, we used to do like mind control shit with hats and, you know, try to do cool shit with hats like a mind machine or whatever, but your powers are just like so fucking strong. What else can you do besides healing people? And that's when we cut to the sewers where Sean is not doing great. Peacekeeper 01 is suffering right now. He is just like walking along like, fuck, it hurts. I can't feel my hand. What did I do? Oh, God, what did I do? And Scarecrow is just right next to him saying, you did what you had to for Gotham. Come with me. You can save Gotham still. And he follows the Scarecrow. That's when we cut over to Batman and Miracle Molly, because Miracle Molly has an idea of how to stop the Mind Machine. And they basically have a conversation about, like, you're pretty calm considering what's happening. Like, I thought aren't you scared? And Batman's like, yeah, I'm scared, but not just scared, I'm also angry. But you know what? I got friends. I'm not alone anymore. I have, like, so many other characters that love me here. I have, like, a whole ass family and villains turned heroes trying to do the thing. We get glimpses of all the other Fear State stuff happening with Harley Quinn and the Poison Ivy, with this character happening, assumingly in the Catwoman books. Ghostmaker's chilling on his own. We know what's happening in Nightwing, where he convinced Barbara to put back the Batgirl suit, get back into action.
Lit.
The other Batgirls are out there. Tim Drake and the Signal are out there. Renee Montoya's sitting at her desk. And I guess this is like the new Batman that I don't, the Fox, Tim Fox Batman, who's skulking around. So yeah, Batman's basically like, I got my Nakama now. Anything's possible. So we get to Gotham 2.0, which is basically the headquarters of, what's it called? Of the Unsanity Collective. And basically, Miracle Molly explains, like, yeah, Scarecrow's just trying to use the mind machine thing, and we've had it the whole time. So, like, he's basically trying to unload a bunch of people's trauma, like a trauma bomb, on the city.
Trauma bomb.
To shock the system of all the Gothamites and make them stronger, using the collective trauma of everybody in the city, which is, knowing Gotham City, pretty traumatic. I assume that literally there's not a single citizen that isn't ridiculously traumatized by living here. So
Ready, right?
this is probably the most deadly plan ever, considering that it is Gotham trauma that we're dealing with. But yeah, they get to the computer, and that's when the big beefy dude that we've seen before, I thought he was dead, but he survived, and under the Scarecrow's influence comes in. Turns out he's been like just guarding the mind machine the entire time. and he's under Scarecrow's mind control. So, basically they have to like try to find a way through his gauntlets because they can't really convince him otherwise. He's not going to listen to reason.
Apparently, his gauntlets are like almost as strong as Superman, which is like, what?
Yeah, he should have obliterated Batman.
How did that happen?
Like Batman should be pasted on the wall if that's true.
But no, he's that real of a nigga though.
I mean, that is
Can't
true.
forget.
I will say that. That is undeniably true.
Well, you done the amount of training that Batman's done, you could survive stuff like that.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. So Miracle Molly is like, well, I can turn off the gauntlets because I made them, and I'm a lot smarter than I used to be when I made them. So let me do my thing. And she just does her Miracle Molly thing, deactivates the gauntlets, and Batman just raffle stomps this dude and then injects him with the anti-Scarecrow syringe. And he's like, he'll be okay. So
in a day.
Yeah, he'll sleep for a while and it'll be fine. So basically Miracle Molly thinks like, yeah, but this proves me right. Scarecrow has the mind machine. He moved it off site when everyone was busy with the magistrate, and he's like, could you build something that could track it? And she's like, I'll try. Let's go to the miracle room where she, I guess her workshop where she makes all her tools. And that's when we cut over to Scarecrow, who is got the entire mind machine set up in the sewer, just like vibing there. And he convinces Mahoney to get in there and put on the mind machine thing. And the issue ends back at Eden in Poison Ivy's hideout, where she's just vibing like, this was a mistake to let these people in, wasn't it? And then all of a sudden she senses trouble, and trouble there is as the magistrate pulls up to Eden and is about to fuck shit up. So, not great. Simon is just like, good, now bring me Ivy's head, with his tongue all out, like, bring me Ivy's head.
Saliva going out of his mouth.
Yeah.
It's like an animal.
It's like, calm down, dude.
Yeah. I told you, he's way out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess this is my VGI out of the two of them, but it was a very, I guess, average Batman comic.
Man, I don't want to give it
VGI.
But I guess I give it to Batman as well.
Yeah.
Certified VGI.
Yeah, I feel like this is just like a ton of setup and all stuff. I think the premise of Scarecrow's plan is interesting, but I'm not like, it's like kind of whack. I'm just like, meh.
He's kind of whack. No, I mean, I'm sure the next issue is going to be lit. Scarecrow's about to upgrade this dude.
Yeah, it all depends.
Mahoney and turn him into like just a
super scared man. Just a very scared boy. I mean, I guess like the assumption is that he's gonna get traumatized and then fight through the trauma and then just be
zombie Captain America. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm here for it, I guess.
Batman better be able to take a shield toss.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say that I did like the 2-page spread where we see what everyone else is doing. I think that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was nice. I like those moments.
Yeah, a little bit of inclusion with the entire story. I'm here for it. But in any case, that's all we really got to say about Batman. No need to linger. Let's move onward. We only have one X book this week, which is extremely rare. And we've got the Trial of Magneto number 3. Last we left off, Magneto was going crazy. He admitted to the murder of Wanda, and he just started fucking shit up. The Avengers pulled up to help, and yeah, it wasn't looking good. And the issue ended with the Scarlet Witch re-emerging out of nowhere and making out with the Vision. First chance she got, she just started lip locking with the robot, and that we start basically right there. She separates, and Vision is like, Wanda, I'm so relieved to see you alive, but I admit confusion. I had not yet finished grieving my late wife when I had to grieve you. And she's like, what? Wife? What? And everybody is much confused. So, it's not great. All of a sudden, Magneto starts getting fucked up by North Star. He pulls up and
Again.
just jumps him because he threatened Kyle, his human husband, which is fair. The guy's a human. Why are you like holding humans? It's very unfair. It's not cool. So yeah, they're about to go in for dinner and try to like unpack what just fucking happened here. And they run into Speed and Wiccan, who are Wanda's children. Although, like, it is confusing. Like, how did Billy even know? I guess, like, he was dealing with Annihilation at that point and just decided to dip. But he's just like, well, let's go. But yeah, Billy immediately knows the deal. He's like, all right, that's not my mom. And they're like, because Scarlet Witch does not remember them. So they're like, this is like a Wanda from the past or some shit.
Right. Which they're about to mention, like, what was probably the case.
Yeah. And Rachel tries to read her mind and get her memories going, and she doesn't remember anything almost. Nothing of value, obviously. So they decided to upload some memories within her. They give her all of the cool memories that she had, including when she genocided all the mutants.
All the cool moments, huh?
All the fun times that they had with Wanda.
Even the more recent thing with the staff of Wakatoon.
Yeah, I feel like they just like threw that in there. It's like, oh yeah, don't forget this. You totally did this. So
yep.
That
was OD.
They're not gonna let that go ever. And that's when they start to hear a rumble, and they're like, "What's that?" And then all of a sudden, 3 huge monsters have appeared from the water, and everybody's like, "What?" All right.
Well, I was like, too, what? Whoa.
Why is this happening?
Okay.
So, they're like, all right, I guess we got to deal with these monsters because they're all attacking Krakoa at the same time. So Cyclops entrusts North Star to kind of just divide up everybody, take point on the situation, since he's kind of the head guy of the investigation anyway, so it makes sense. And yeah, everybody goes off to fight the kaiju, but the kaiju are just too nice with it. It's really tough to take them down. Everybody's having a bit of a tough time. And they think like they're acting like this is it, Doomsday style. They're just like, fuck, what are we going to do? We'll hold them off for as long as we can. And we get a big 2-page spread with assorted different font letters saying spin the wheel. And that's when we get another epilogue like we did with the last couple chapters with Wanda walking through time-space things, and then she's like being chased by this white cloaked figure. And at this point, I was like, "Oh, I bet I know who this is." I feel like I saw this.
Moon Knight.
No, my honestly, my first initial thought was like Moon Knight, but then I thought about it for a second. I was like, I know, I probably.
Contra would be way too scared.
Yeah. So yeah, she falls through, and then she realizes that this place is made out of chaos magic. She's given this axe, and this white cloaked figure has like a sword, and she's like, "I'm supposed to kill you," and she cuts this person in half. And there's just this compass underneath her body or something.
Yeah, shit is wild.
Yeah, it's a little weird. And then the cloak figure's okay though. She emerges from the back, and she's like, Wanda's like, "Chaos magic. This place is made of chaos magic. It is of me. You will not kill me in this place again." And she's like, "Finally, you figured it out." And she removes her hood, and it turns out that it is an older Wanda.
Whoa.
As soon as like she started she emerged from like the back of whatever was showing her the kaiju, I was like, "Oh, this is old Wanda. This is an older Wanda. It's Wanda of some sort."
Right, that's showing well, I don't know. I didn't make that inference at all.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. So
I don't know what the hell to expect.
So yeah, Marvel's doing this thing where they just keep introducing older versions of characters. It's like there's old Lady Wanda, there's old man Peter Quill now, there's like old man Hawkeye. There's like a bunch of them. They do a lot.
Really?
You And that's where this issue ends. Trial of Magneto's weird. I like the first issue and even the second issue quite a bit, and this felt like all right. Where's this
What
going?
the hell's going on?
Yeah, this kaiju shit really threw me for a loop. I'm not sure. It feels kind of random.
And it's really hard for these guys to deal with. Like, that's Iron Man that's there.
Yeah, these are the Avengers. And yes, the Wasp is there for some reason, but whatever. I'm sure she could do stuff.
What agenda are they pushing on us with the Wasp?
I don't know.
Is there another Ant-Man and Wasp movie coming out?
There is another Ant-Man and Wasp movie coming out, but it's not till next year.
Soon? What's going on?
It's very weird because she's not even part of the lineup in the Avengers series. Like, she's not on that lineup, right? I'm not bugging.
But she's on the original one?
I mean, she is an Avenger, but they don't have that big a team anymore. So the fuck, it's a weird inclusion. I feel like it's a plot.
Thor wasn't there. Hulk wasn't there.
Yeah, I don't know.
People.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this issue kind of threw us for a loop. I don't really know how to feel about it, really. I guess it'll be informed by what happens next, but I'm kind of falling out of love with the Trial of Magneto. It just feels get over with it already. Why does it have to be so weird?
Come on, Inferno's already here. This is lackluster.
Yeah, compared to Inferno especially, it's just
this could have been in X. What was it? What was the name of the series?
X Factor.
X Factor.
It's also I was stoked for an actual real investigation type thing, a smart mystery thing. But it's just here's here's a few battles. These are just fights that are happening because I don't think we believe you guys. We trust you guys to have an attention span. But yeah, I guess that is what it feels like. They're not gonna follow along. Yeah, might as well make it.
Ah, man. Yeah, this definitely wasn't in Hickman's plans. Trial of Magneto. He seen that shit and probably raised a brow
Maybe it was. Maybe this particular idea was probably part of his plan, but I don't know. Because I can't imagine that he's not going to use it, because there's a reason Scarlet Witch is even a thing in this Krakoa era, From the beginning, they made it clear, even Hickman himself in House of Powers Effects, they made it clear that Wanda is not really welcome there. So I feel like this is supposed to be a bookend to that. But we'll find out.
That's fair. I was also thinking, I kind of lost. I had the idea in my head. I kind of lost it. But it was okay. I think that this event was really serving as is a way to kind of reboot the character.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
They're just making me laugh.
We can't not have Scarlet Witch around.
But she's getting really popular,
Yeah. She's getting big in the movies.
Mainstream.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
No, I know. Hey, don't I know it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I think that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, but I mean, underwhelming. But what are you gonna do? I suppose we should move onward. Undead Unluck. This is Undead Unluck chapter 83. The lives you wager shall be. We get back to the Union headquarters where there apparently other people work there. I forgot that they have a whole organization going on. And they're just watching this whole thing. I don't know why. Who are these people? It's
Beats me.
They're just vibing.
I think they work for Union, man.
They do work for Union, but I'm have they been there the whole time?
Yes.
I feel like this is the first I've
person
seen them.
seems familiar with the hair, with the long hair and the headband.
She looks like the other guy with the long hair and the headband.
Right, a little bit. But who is this person?
Yeah, maybe we're not remembering. If you guys remember who these people are, maybe let us
Yeah,
know.
please.
Because I am drawing a blank. And it's not a big deal. Honestly, it's not a bad thing at all. I'm just who are these people? I forgot. I didn't know
that Foucault care about. That's what really matters at the end of the day.
I mean, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Last we left off, Andy and Billy have been squaring off, doing the thing. They basically fought to a standstill and Andy convinced Billy to give Fuko a chance and let her give it a shot to killing Spring. And we cut to that. She has arrived to where Spring is, and Spring is like, "You've come here alone. Should that be called courageous or simply foolish?
Be foolish.
Don't dare mock me this way, trite human vessel."
Bright. Wow.
Spicy language. And Fuko says, "I've come to talk to you." And the people who are watching are just like, "What? Talk to? What? It's in
Conversation. Fuko.
Come on, Fuko."
All
And
that tree.
yeah, she basically explains that, like, I've been watching the entire time and I wanted to get to know you because as you sat here alone, like, as you sat here and watched people turn to cherry trees and you drank sake the whole time, you look pretty stoked. But now that you, like, whenever it was night, you looked extremely lonely. And since you didn't directly attack people, maybe you just had something you needed to talk about, some talk therapy. So, what's on your mind, bud? And that's when Spring just starts to, like, laugh. It's like, "A human wishes to chat with me, a UMA.
Uma Thurma.
Uma Thurma." And he says, he pulls out a scroll. He goes like, "Here are the names of those who have been claimed by my hand." And I'm like, damn. He wrote he wrote down their names. What a petty bitch. He's like, "I am not going to forget you." And he explains that in olden Edo, cherry trees were reviled as being sinister. Damn. Were they? I didn't know that. They were,
I wasn't aware of that either.
nice little, I don't know if this is real, but, nice little history lesson where he was like, they were signs of ill omen and they were reviled. When I was found out as a demon of blossoms by the likes of man, they fucking hated me and they chased me and they beat me with wooden swords. I got a lump on my
He
head.
was just a head. What the hell?
Yeah, he looked like the very first stage of Digimon, like a baby.
Yes.
Yeah, where they're just heads.
Yeah.
And he's like, "'Tis the reason cherry trees are the things I turned them all into." So he says, "I have employed a game of chance and have bested them. Hence, should you oppose me too, my luck would prevail." Well, funny you should say that, Spring. Guess who you're up against? And Fuko says, "I get it. I get why you hate humans and why you're fixated on games of chance. But let me just say this. I love cherry blossoms. A long time ago, there were wars and everybody was sensitive about death. That's why they started to associate it with the fleeting nature of cherry blossoms. Nowadays, people are just focused on new encounters and new journeys, and it's cherry blossoms that help evoke that imagery. And that's kind of nice. What a nice thing to say.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, too.
Yeah, she explains that I negate the luck of anyone I touch. Unluck. I tried my best to attend school, but dropped out halfway. But I saw, and whenever I look out of the window, I would see beautiful cherry blossoms and the people enjoying them.
True that. Oh, the springtime of youth.
Oh, my springtime of youth.
That was clean. That was clean. 10 out of 10, bro.
Hell yeah. I might make that a drop.
Please.
But
yeah, that is such an important thing to Japanese people. To us, it's just high school.
yeah.
Most of the time, it's kind of trash.
Yeah.
But there's sometimes when it's pretty cool.
Agreed. It's funny because like all this positive vibes is getting to Spring, and he's like, what is this? And
No, fuck that.
he says, run away. No, bet away.
That away. Right. In my mind, I don't think it was sinister. I think he just got very enthusiastic.
Yeah, no.
And you know, better hungry.
Yeah. He's like, all right.
Gambling debt.
So he turns into the draft. He turns into the DraftKings UMA, and
yes,
he is just like, "This is the gambling den of the mighty blossoms. The score shall be settled in 3 decisive rounds." And he says, "The lives you will wager shall be 100,000 total." I'm like, damn.
Damn.
Oh man, that is not good. And this is his phase 3 form, which looks a lot
Which
like
nobody knew existed.
it looks very similar to the fucking guy from Enies Lobby. You know, he's got the whole vibe going. I'm forgetting his name, the one that got tossed by Chopper. Kumadori.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Kumadori there. And so Fuko's got to bet 100,000 lives. She asks, like, will my life alone not do? And he goes, most certainly not.
Absolutely not.
No. Who do you think you are?
Did you hear what I said? What do you think? So you think you're more than one?
Oh, you think you're special?
Fuck 10. Fuck 100,000.
Wow, what a protagonist! Such a conceited protagonist. So he basically says, "Should you win,
You're dirt, Fuko.
should you win this bet, the blossoms' lives and my core shall be yours to take. Should you lose, the lives you have wagered shall join them. The bevy of blossoms."
Sure.
He says, "Now then, come hither, those who serve as this girl's capital. Come forth." So she basically is like, the people in Union are like 100,000. You think the Union could cover it? They're like, of course it can. If we get every branch together, we'll have change to spare. How big is Union? I don't even remember being this big a deal. There's like multiple bases and employees. I don't remember that. I thought it was just...
It was when they were the bad guys.
I guess.
It's just Billy went to do his own thing. He did the most.
Not only that, but
But
like,
it's still an organization.
it turns out 100,000 people work for a union. That's a lot of fucking people. That's basically what they're saying is like, if we get every branch together, we'll have change to spare.
Oh, wow. I overread all of that.
Over 100,000 people work for...
Yeah, they got branches around the world. How do you think they get around and have...
I guess.
I don't know, man. I'm speaking on my ass right now.
Listen, it's not that big a deal. I'm just in a state of shock because, like, I don't even remember that many people being part of Union, but it's whatever. In any case, he's like, "Do you dare to step up? Nay, none of you are able, such as man's nature. None shall dare wager their lives on the likes of a mere child." Damn, what a shit talker. He's like, "Y'all too pussy. You can't do it."
Yeah.
I smell pussy. It's not good. So, Fuko yells out, is like, "I can beat you with my unluck. Everyone at the Union, please, so I can get to know Spring more. So I can get to love Spring more. I ask you, please." And as we see, like, them all being teleported over to the top of the tower, she yells out, "Put your lives in my hands." And you see them, they all turn into game pieces, which is pretty cool.
Cool. I wasn't expecting that.
And the chapter ends as the games will begin, I guess. This was a...
I like how Billy was like, "What's that?
Whoa!
Spirit bomb?"
Whoa. Is she gathering her energy up there? Technically, I
Whoa.
guess.
Is that what you was talking about on the Undead?
Damn! I was on the wrong side
Whoa.
this whole time.
Whoa. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. This was a cool chapter. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah, this is obviously my RGC.
Yo,
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified RGC.
what'd you like about it?
I like the dialogue between her and Spring. Even though we cracked a lot of jokes about the Spring youth. I like how she was basically presenting him a different perspective. I don't know how to look at it. You know, it's like, hey, he's looking at it this way, but this made me feel such a way. So it was nice the way I guess she said that she was looking at him.
Yeah.
And showed like the heart and humanity she has.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you could look at it as kind of cheesy, but I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff.
No,
I was really looking forward to seeing Fuko in this one-on-one fight, even if it's just a game.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the game is, and it'll be. It's been nice to get this little like look into the the significance, the cultural significance behind cherry blossoms as well.
Yeah, that was nice.
As something that's so prevalent in all of manga, it is cool to see like this little like this is why they're important to us. It's pretty cool. I enjoyed it quite a bit. But I guess we should move onward then. What a great chapter of Undead Unluck. Let's go. Boruto.
Boruto.
Boruto. This is Boruto chapter 63. Ask no questions. Last we left.
You already know.
You already know. This is a cool color page, by the way. I did enjoy this one. So in any case, last we left off, Kawaki was about to give himself up to Code, so that Naruto wouldn't get like smashed by Code because he's just a man now.
Super mid.
Yeah, he's very mid. He's Hokage mid. And Boruto followed him over to where he's at because he could track him because he's no Otsutsuki. So now everybody's confronting Code at this moment. Code is like, the fuck is going on here? And I keep forgetting this girl's name, but the girl that is working with Code is like, as you can see, Boruto's here. He tracked Kawaki here using his Otsutsuki karma thing. So, it's not... Yeah, deal with him, I guess. And back with Boruto and Kawaki. Kawaki's trying to get Boruto to leave, just being like, yo, dude, get out of here. This is my fight, blah, blah, blah. And Boruto's like, I know you're just trying to protect my dad. But, we both have the right to do that now. I have the right to protect you, blah, blah, blah. And that's when Kawaki's like, no, I'm trying to do this. Even if it costs me my life, I want to talk to them, to whoever you're working for. Because I know that you're like, you left me alive and you're not really going after Boruto. So you're working for someone who has enough influence like that. So I want to talk to them. And the girl's like, Kawaki wants to meet me? Oh, my.
Oh, what?
Kawaki? So, yeah, basically, Code's like, you're pretty sharp, are you sure? Not that I know or care. You have no idea what kind of ridiculous demand they might throw at you. So, he puts out his, like, Ferragamo belt. He's like, step inside my cool teleportation belt. So he's about to do it, but Boruto's like, no, fuck that shit. I'm not going to let you do that. They get into a continuous argument here. He's like, I'm trying to save Naruto. And then Boruto punches him in the face and is like, I get that you're trying to protect Dad. However, at the same time, it's my right to protect you. Right, bro? And the girl's like, oh my, seriously? That's so hot. Oh, come on, Kishimoto.
Oh, man. He just got back, too. Like...
He just doesn't know how to write women, does he?
He just doesn't
know. He doesn't know what females are. And
it's just from the boy's perspective, and he does not care.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't make manga for stupid girls. For stupid, dumb girls.
He has, like, a wife and kid, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he does.
So, like...
it's just by chance.
Yeah.
How does he still act like he has never talked to a woman in the day of his life?
Well, you guys remember a little series called Samurai 8, right? He obviously has not improved. That's not. It's a shame. That's one of the lessons he didn't learn from Samurai 8. It's just like how to not just relate every woman's arc to just a boy.
Yo, from the moment she started, we knew, like, oh, this girl's going to be a sappy pushover.
Yeah. But now we get into Code and Boruto's conversation, where Code's like, we haven't met before. I'm Code. I worship the Otsutsuki, and have inherited their grand will. And Boruto's like, who gives a shit? I did like that. Where Boruto's just like, fuck off, loser. I don't give a fuck. And Code's like, well, to be absolutely honest, I revere you because Otsutsuki are my faith. It's like if Jesus came down. You're Jesus, basically, to me. Boruto's like, fucking what? And he's like, that's why it pains me. I have to feed you to the tree. It's too cruel for a task for a devout follower like me. But yeah, he's like, man, well then go home. You don't have to do this. Code's like, no way. This is a perfect
No way.
This is a perfect opportunity to test the quality of the intended sacrifice without anyone interfering. And you see his D. Gray Man hand forming from underneath his cloak. So basically, like, Kawaki says, run, Boruto, you have no chance of winning. But Boruto's like, hey, don't fucking I don't generally make assumptions about someone I'm after first meeting them, but I think it's safe to say that he's a psycho that won't listen to anything I tell him. So my only choice
is a psycho.
Yeah, is to kick his butt as he turns into his karma form. Pretty cool. Boruto's about to square up. Meanwhile,
Pretty lit.
Naruto is like still in Konoha. I think is he still like in his room?
Like, huh? Was Boruto lying?
Boruto's in like his Hokage place or whatever.
No, Boruto left like last chapter. He's already where Kawaki is. Naruto's still in Boruto's room. If you look,
I don't think so.
He's telepathically talking to Ino in her headquarters.
That's lit.
But you do see that like she's still with the fucking Nin, the fucking mind ninja in his room.
Oh yeah, Naruto must still be home.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, Naruto? He left like 15 minutes ago.
Or he doesn't know that. He didn't know that.
No, I'm saying like the elapsed time. It's like because Boruto's already where Kawaki is, and Naruto just noticed that he's gone.
I mean, Boruto snuck out.
No, I know that. I'm just saying he just didn't
there's
notice.
a clear thing where it shows that people with karma have some way of like going under the radar, under chakra stuff. So
No, I get that. I'm saying like, how long has he just been standing in Boruto's room if Boruto's already where this guy is, where Kawaki is? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe 2 minutes. Because they move super fast. Ninjas.
That's fair. Whatevs.
Yeah, Boruto's probably really fast. He is named Bolt after all.
This is still not looking good for Naruto. I
mean, this is my favorite part of the comic. Pulling up.
Where Boruto starts squaring up with Code. And it is pretty fire.
I was talking about Naruto's conversation with this stupid...
stupid sensory ninja.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
He's yelling at the window. He's like, where's Boruto? And he's like, sorry, boss.
Ninja's kind of trash. He's kind of bad at his job.
He really is bad at his job.
All around horrible.
And he knows it. You know that like one thing where he's like calling out to him? That's the face of a guy who's like, shit. You ever done like a job that you know you were not qualified for? And you get called out? You're like, oh, shit. Whoops. Well,
I'm about to get reprimanded.
Back to the 7-Eleven with me. All right, so Boruto is now squaring up with Code. It's a pretty... I like the fight quite a bit. He there's a lot of like classic ninja moves. He's using the Rasengan. Code teleports using his kinky belt things. He gets like sliced. It's a lot. Boruto throws a ninja star. Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa, buddy, come on.
Why do you ninja star?
Yeah, he's like, yeah. Code bats them away because they are ninja stars, but one of them turns out to be Boruto clone, which is pretty cool. One of the shuriken turns into Boruto, and Boruto tosses lightning at him. Pretty sick. Liked it.
Pretty cool.
But
he used a lightning jutsu without the glove? Interesting.
Yeah. He learned that a while ago.
Thunderbolt. It's a thunderbolt move. Maybe he has lightning style jutsu.
He does.
He does. That's his element.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But Code teleported away again. And Code emerges from behind a tree. Is like, not bad. This is fun fighting a ninja. However, you're an amateur when it comes to karma. And Code initiates his white karma. Boruto is shocked. There's a little bit of a kinky belt sneaking up. I think I see. There's a reason they show him by his feet or whatever. I think like he's doing something shady. And he lunges after Boruto. Boruto gets elbowed in the face, personal foul style. And he's just on the ground. He's just getting raffle stomped by Code at this point. Kawaki says, "No surprise there. It's what I expected at this point." I'm like, shit, you're so mean, Kawaki, not helpful. And he says, "Do you know why you get drastically stronger when you activate karma?" And we learned that is because it's the increased physical speed and power because there's just constant continuation and improvement from the combat experience of the Otsutsuki. So, he's just getting all of their knowledge and their skill and their power collectively over their immortal lives, which is pretty cool. And Code keeps like pushing him to like unlock his true potential. He's about to raffle stomp him.
Do it!
Do it!
Do it!
Do it! Fuck me up with all your power! Please, I beg you, Ninja Jesus. And he stomps down, but Boruto's just like maybe a couple feet to the left, and he's like surrounded in an Otsutsuki aura, and he's like emerging, and that's where the chapter ends, where Boruto in his Otsutsuki form, looking kind of out of control. Maybe Momoshiki's back. Maybe in just a smaller way. Or maybe Boruto's just like, this is him learning how to control and gaining mastery over the ability. But who knows? But honestly, pretty excited about it. I thought the fight was pretty cool. I thought the chapter was fine. I did appreciate the continuing use of jutsu. Like, it's not completely useless right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do?
Not completely useless.
I want to say this is RGC, but
I usually don't count the monthlies, but unless it's really good.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to give this RGC, but the way that you like, if you take out those scenes with the girl, like, this is a good chapter.
I think it's a good chapter overall. I mean, the thing with Kishimoto...
Like, this is a better chapter.
Kishimoto writing women terribly is not new, so I'm almost... The only reason I react strongly to it now is that it's been a while. But at this point, it's like, whatever. This is just what he does. But I would say this is like a fine chapter. I didn't have any like negative feelings towards it. But yeah, I mean, I don't have all that much to say about it, I suppose. Fun chapter, fun fight. I guess we should move on to our final series, boys. Dragon Ball Super.
You know what? This was actually a really entertaining chapter.
Oh, yeah. This is Dragon Ball Super Chapter 77, Bardock, father of Goku. We open with kind of a flashback to 40 years ago on the planet Cereal, where the Cerealians lived in harmony, and everything changed when the Saiyans attacked.
For no reason, seemingly, too.
Yeah.
They just pulled up and started...
Well, this is what they do. They just, like, go to planets and destroy them for Frieza, so Frieza can sell them on the black... Like, he sells planets.
What the hell?
Yeah, that was his thing, is that he would use the Saiyans as, like, population control so he could just, like, basically take over the planet and, like, sell it to the highest bidder. So yeah, apparently the planet Cereal was not a place just for the Cerealians. There was a tribe of Namekians there as well that all got raffle stomped by the Saiyans that landed there.
Yeah, they all got bodied.
They all immediately went into their Ozaru forms and fucking shit up. Killed everyone. It's
Ozaru forms?
That's the name of the great apes.
The monkey?
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's dead except for Monaido, I think his name is, the Namekian that survived to be a friend of Granola. the Namekian elder that lived on planet Serial gave him the 2 Dragon Balls of the planet Serial, and he found him. Monito found himself the last surviving Namekian on the planet Serial. The Cerealians did not fare much better, so they just got fucked up left and right by the Ozaru. Bardock's Ozaru just happens to find Granola's mom and Granola hiding out. Just the mere sight of the fucking giant monkey causes young Granola to pass out in shock. And the mom starts freaking out as the battle continues outside. This one brave Cerealian dude manages to take one of the Ozaru out and destroy the moon in general, turning the Saiyans back into their regular forms.
Right.
It looks like Nappa's here because Nappa pulls up and I guess kills this guy. This guy looks a lot like Nappa
when he has hair, right?
Mm-hmm. Like a young Nappa. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Nice little
That's
callback.
a good catch. I didn't think about that.
It's a nice little callback. And we cut back to inside Granola's house as Granola's mom is just like staring down the Saiyan that would dare try to attack her child. And it is Bardock, father of Goku. He's standing there in a big splash page. Pretty cool. She tries to shoot him and manages to actually get a scratch on him. And this whole ordeal reminds him of back home with his wife, who...
His own deadbeat ways.
Yeah, yeah, because he hasn't been there in months. And Raditz is there. You see a little Raditz as well. I wish I'd seen, like, it's interesting. This would have been a fun opportunity to see a little bit more of Raditz, because Raditz is Goku's brother, and, like, we don't see, like, the interaction that he has with his dad.
Man, he got smoked already.
He
tried
did get
to kill
smoked,
his
but
brother.
I you know. It's a big deal that he's Goku's brother, and then he just gets smoked in the first arc of Dragon Ball Z.
Hey, it is what it is. He tried to take over the world.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, he deserved it. I'm just saying. So, yeah, Goku is a baby at this point, and he's in this little water tube, because I guess this is how Saiyans are cradled in straight up a water, just submerged in water. And they didn't even name him yet, so they're like, "What do you want to name him?" And they call him Kakarot, which is cool. We get to see his mom loving on him a little bit. It's very cute. And these memories are just kind of fresh in Bardock's head as he's watching this mother protect her child. As one of the Saiyan dudes pulls up and is like, "Bardock, sir, we're looking for you. We're done here. We have orders to leave." And he's like, "Yeah, okay, I'll be there."
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, get out of here, bro. Get out of here, Leek. His name is Leek. Because they're all named after vegetables.
The vegetable, right. Speaking of names,
Yeah.
the mom's name?
Yeah, we get to know the mom as he shoos away the Saiyan, and Bardock has, I guess, decided to save them. I forget the name of the mom. We learn it. Her name is Muesli. Muesli. Josh said
Which is a type of cereal.
it's a type of cereal. I mean, consistent naming. That's important in Dragon Ball Z. Monito tries to do something to Bardock, but Bardock's a Saiyan, so he's like, "Whoa, you got your power level jumped to 213. Well, I guess that explains how you managed to keep hidden, because you're weak, bro."
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's basically here to kind of like, protect Muesli. What's Muesli? What kind of cereal is Muesli?
I sent the pictures, but it's like a grainy, like, you can eat it hot or cold. Like, you could either, like, cook it, or, like, in the pot, or you can eat it with milk, I guess.
Is it some kind of oatmeal?
It's like, I don't know. It's weird. It's like,
yeah,
it's
no,
like,
I've never heard of it.
It's almost like a fucking almond mix, like a mix of like nuts and grains.
Yeah,
it's I don't know how to explain it.
yeah. Well, in any case, yeah, they've all decided to like help out Muesli, And
like a trail mix cereal or something.
trail mix mom. So yeah, basically we cut back to present day. Granola's like, wait, that means I'm only alive because of a Saiyan's mercy? And they're like, yep, I've been keeping on that from you. And coincidentally, this is where Goku learns that Bardock was his dad all these years. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's like, yo, this is crazy. Granola's like, you're the son of the man who saved me? This is like crazy. It's like someone wrote this or something. Yeah, so he's like, what about my mom? How come my mom didn't survive? And we get the answer to that. Apparently, the heater showed up, coincidentally enough, because apparently they've been alive forever and looking the exact same 40 years ago. And they came to the planet. They're basically brokers. They act as intermediaries for planets that Frieza has conquered. So, you know, I guess they're here to deal with the Cerulean planet. So I guess they're planning on selling this planet to the Shigarians, who we all know live there now. So I guess the deal goes through, essentially.
Right.
Yeah. And
they pay mad rad.
And they're just like out here planning treachery. They're just like, unlike his goons, he's got brains and the power level off the chart. We've better watch our step. And the guy who looks like Kid Buu with dreads is like, one day we'll reign supreme. And he's like, right through our gas.
Determined since day fucking one, yo.
He's been looking for a fight.
The very best.
He's been looking for a fight since day one. Like, he's just like, I want to fuck shit up. Let me fuck shit up. And Alec like, no. Alec is like, no fucking shit up or yet gas. So yeah, they're like, shit, what are we gonna do now? They're planning to betray Frieza. What the fuck? So this kid, Granola, walks out and he's like, a Saiyan! And then Magneto causes him to pass out again because he's making mad noise. Bardock is pissed because, you know, blew their cover and everything. So he gets on a robe and pretends that he's going to kill remaining survivors of Ceruleans on this planet. And basically, Brian, can you turn on your volume? Basically, he's doing this whole shtick where he's like, "Who are you?" He's like, I'm trying to slaughter these survivors." He's like, "Well, why aren't you doing it?" And Bardock's just like, "I'm going to. Give me a minute." And that's when Alec just decides to just straight up shoot Granola's mom. And that's like, everybody's like, fuck. We didn't see that coming at all. And he just have a strap on him and he just shoot her. It's not great. So Bardock gets pissed and he just attacks them and causes distraction enough so they can leave. They escape and they're like, fuck, there's a Cerulean survivor out there. They put us in hot water. So yeah, they're like, what's your plan now? He's like, the heaters are gonna come looking for us, so I guess we can, I don't know, figure it out. we gotta figure out a plan. I think like there's gonna be more to this because the chapter ends with like the heaters just saying like, all right, Gas, you can fuck shit up now. And Gas is like, okay, finally. So I guess Gas is gonna be put into motion. Speaking of which, we cut back to the present day with Gas just looking down on the horizon, and everybody's like, you're remembering this time with the last time you fought that Saiyan? Now's your chance to get revenge after you got fucked up, assumingly. Because I guess he lost because he's talking about revenge. And he's like, I will not suffer such indignity again. I have grown strong with my tooth headband.
Yes, I've got little accessories.
Yeah. And it's revealed
I'm
that...
guessing he lost to Bardock.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he lost, and now he's just back to settle the score.
Right.
And Alec is like, well, never hurts to have insurance. He has one of the tiny Dragon Balls, and I guess the other one the girl of the group is looking for the second Dragon Ball, and that's where the chapter ends. It was interesting to see a little bit more of Bardock's life. We've seen Bardock's past before, but we've never really seen him outside of that context. So it is cool to see it.
Yeah.
Anytime we get to this,
Last time I seen him, he was getting disintegrated by Frieza,
yeah,
along with the rest of his planet.
good times, good
He
times.
was like,
I saw the future.
Like,
My son's
why
gonna
didn't he
fuck you
just
up.
go away?
Yeah.
He could have go Super Saiyan. That was like too hard.
No, yeah. At that time, Super Saiyans were a big deal. Like, Super Saiyan 1 was such a fucking big deal back in those days.
Yeah.
So, impossible. But, yeah, I thought this was a cool enough chapter. I don't really got... it was interesting to see Bardock's story. I hope we get more. I think, like... I would think that there was, like, more to this flashback, so... You get to see Bardock fight Gas and fuck him up. That would be cool.
That should be cool.
Yeah, but in any case, that's all I gotta say. You guys all set on thoughts? Brian, do you have any thoughts on DBS this week?
I'll say this is RGC.
Whoa!
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified RGC.
I'm a big Bardock fan. I'm a big Bardock simp. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just can't resist. I love fucking Bardock. He's like Goku if Goku were cool. You know what I mean? Like a fucking badass.
That's swag, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bardock just has like something about him, you know?
I
Like if the
respect that.
show was about Bardock, I would be so happy.
I respect
or if
that.
he had his own spin-off series.
It's called ZS.
What's ZS?
Zaddy
Bardock?
swag.
Zeddy swag.
Zaddy swag.
That's what it is, yo. All jokes aside.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I
I just love Bardock, and it's great to see him getting some recognition in the canon. You know, like it's Bardock has been basically up in the air in the series as a whole, and Goku actually acknowledging his existence now is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, that's a big
Really
deal.
nice.
That's the first. It's like that moment.
Maybe
where,
they'll bring him back with the Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's a lot like that moment where Luffy realized that Dragon was his dad. It's very similar to that moment where he's
Well, he was just like, whoa.
"Whoa, I have a
My
dad."
dad's lit. I have a dad.
Damn.
He's dead or something. Cool.
But-
He didn't care, though, that much after that. He wasn't like, oh, I mean, like, where's he at? What's he doing?
Yeah, Luffy's the same about his dad. He's like, "Oh, I guess so." All right.
No, that's what I was asking. I don't even remember Luffy, really caring that much.
Yeah. Dragon's interesting. Like the dynamic between them is interesting because Luffy's like,
mean non-existent?
Cool, because he doesn't know what Dragon is really. You know, like he doesn't know anything about Dragon.
He knows what a dragon is now.
Yeah, he knows what a dragon is, not his dad Dragon.
Yes, his father, Dragon. Monkey.
Yeah.
Monkey Dragon.
So I imagine it's the same with Bardock. It was just like not having that association and not really knowing who your dad was. Especially if they were like big deals back in their days. Even now, like right now, Dragons is like the most wanted man in One Piece, and then Luffy didn't even know.
That, yeah.
But
Even more so than red hair.
red hair shakes. But in any case,
It's happening soon, man.
oh, so exciting, so excited. But I guess we should wrap this up, boys. That has been our show. Thank you guys so much for listening, as per usual. If you like the show, let us know. Email us at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com with any questions, suggestions, comments, whatever you guys want. Leave a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. Check us out on those platforms. Subscribe to us on YouTube, please. That would be super cool. Share, like, all of the things. All of the stuff. You can find me at the Chris Espinal on Twitter and Instagram. Brian at b.esp on Twitter and Instagram. Josh at jdcole_37 on Instagram, and on Twitter it's nychillin. Follow the show itself at New Jump City. I think that's it. I did the plugs in reverse this time. so it kind of threw me off. But thank you guys for listening. Let us know what you think about the overlay. I like it. I like it. So, let me know if you guys have any suggestions. But
it goes with the brick aesthetic behind us.
Yeah, my brick aesthetic. But yeah,
both of our real, authentic brick walls.
Yes, these are real.
Yep, so are these.
Both
real
of ours.
Authentic.
Both of ours are real.
Right.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening. We'll see you guys next week. Stay safe, New Jump citizens.
Peace out. Yo, how about them Knicks? How about them Knicks? How about them Knicks? How about them Knicks?